Buyers and sellers, are you looking for good news in this Atlanta real estate market? Well, I don't have it for you. It's pretty much the same that we've been dealing with. But I've got the latest numbers here in the Atlanta real estate market, and we're jumping into them right now. Let's do it. Now, there are a few surprises here or there in these latest numbers here in the real estate market, but for the most part, we're seeing the same old story. And we're going to dive into them in just a second. Hey, if you're new to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Atlanta and the Atlanta real estate market, then hit that subscription button, tap that notification bell so you can be the first to know about all the things that are happening here in this market and to know about all the areas in and around Atlanta. My name is Jonathan McCoy, and I'm getting calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make that move here to Atlanta, Georgia, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're making that move right now, a month from now, or a year from now, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you make that smooth transition here to Atlanta, Georgia. My contact information is below. Well, let's jump into these latest numbers here. We're in September now in the real estate market. And so this first data here, we're looking at the yearly trend analysis for single-family detached homes. This first one is comparing last year to this year, and we know from last year to this year we have seen a slowdown. I did a quick calculation before I jumped on this video to see if we look at just the total number of homes that are involved in transactions right now compared to last year. So the actives, the pendings, and the solds, we add them up from last year to this year. We're actually seeing a little more than 4,000 homes, or I should say less than 4,000 homes being sold this year and being on the market and trying to be sold this year than last year. So when we talk about inventory and just in terms of the number of homes coming on the market and being sold, we're just less than last year. So again, trend still continuing, less homes on the market and also less buyers out there. For active homes, we can see we're down 19.3%. For pending homes, homes under contract, we're down 21%. And the pending ratio is about the same. We're at 40.2% of the homes that are on the market are under contract. So interesting numbers there. The number of solds down from last year as well, as we're looking at, it's down 21.4%. So down all the way around. Distressed sales at 0.9%. We're almost at 1%. That's still not a whole lot. Again, a lot of people have a ton of equity still in their homes. And failed listings, these are listings that people tried to put on the market to sell, but did not sell and now went past their listing period. Some of those come back on the market. Some of those people just take off and maybe try to sell the next year. So almost 1%, that's still super low. There's not a lot of distressed properties out there. So for those trying to find deals, we're still not there yet. Let's see here. Month supply of inventory, we're at 2 months of inventory. Again, inventory is just not the total number of homes for sale, but it also is compared to the number of buyers out there purchasing homes. So it's looking at if we had no more homes come on the market at the current rate at which homes are being sold at, then all the homes that are currently on the market, it would take 2 months to sell them all. So still very low inventory. A little bit of interesting data here when it comes to the sales price. We actually jumped up back here in August. So if we look at August 2022, we're looking at 435,000. We're looking at August 2023, we're now up to 454,950. So that's a 4.5% increase in the sales price of homes when we compare to last year. So again, at the beginning of this year, I really talked about how I thought homes would stay even, maybe go up some. And, we're hitting still in that area. Reason why still we're having the battle of lack of buyers because of specifically the interest rates, and added to that, just the home prices just going up so high. So that's really taken away a lot of buyers. But then we also just don't have a lot of homes. So the competition for the homes we have, even though there's low buyers, there's a low number of homes, which is continuing to have these sale prices go really high. Median sales to list price ratio, we're looking at 99.2%. So for the most part, people are getting what they're asking for their homes. Days on market, we're looking at median days on market of 17 days. So 17 days from listing the home to going under contract is what we're looking at here. So again, that's comparing 2022 to 2023. If we jump to this chart here, we're looking at the 6 month trend. So this is going on the last 6 months here in the Atlanta real estate market. We see that active number of homes have just continued to rise. That's a good thing. We typically, so March and April is typically the beginning of the selling and buying season. We typically see this go up, and then we'll start to see a dip once the impact of schools starting back. So I would say August, I would likely say that this is the highest we're going to see for active homes. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I think September, October, we'll start to see a dip in the number of active homes. The pending ratio is down a little bit, so we're at 4,536. We can see that the highest pending number of homes was at back here in May. The ratio is at 40.2%. That peak hit back here in April and has gone down. Again, it's a little interesting over the summer months. We just didn't see as active of a market as some might expect, but again, rates and number of buyers out there along with prices of homes have really impacted that. But the sold homes actually for June and July was actually lower than it is in August. And that's not typical. We saw 3,402 homes being sold. So we saw it go up in May, down June, July, and then pop back up a little bit in August. One contributing factor is back in June and July. So more than likely if a home's closing in August, it went under contract in June or July. Rates were back down in the 6s in June and July. Right now we're looking at rates in the low 7s. So rates have gone back up mainly because of inflation numbers and because of good job numbers. I mean, inflation numbers are going to stay high, and one of the biggest impacts on inflation is housing, whether it's renting or your mortgage or purchasing. And we see if housing prices are still going up and it has a big impact on inflation, I expect inflation to still stay high. So just to give you a heads up there. Percent of failed listings, we see it go up a little bit here. We're now at 28.0% compared to 26 and 25, and the lowest being in the 20s back in April and May. Inventories ticked back up slightly, not unusual there. But look at the median sales price. It peaked out in June at $465,000, went down a little in July, but then boom, it popped up a little bit again here in August. So a little bit different than we normally see with seasonality, but don't be surprised once September, October come around that for the month over month, we'll probably see these start to come back down some. And you see days on market, we're still pretty low. Probably will start to tick back up a little bit in September, October area here, but that's just what's going on right now. All right, a chart I don't often share. Actually, I don't know if I've shared this one at all, but an interesting chart here. This is a chart that breaks down how many homes sold at 100% or more of their listing price. So if a home sold at or listed at 500,000, these are homes that sold like at 500,000 or more. If a home sold at 300,000, 300,000 or more. So in this case, it's broken down by price range, and we can see here. I'm just going to jump for where the most homes are being sold at this. So between 300 to 499,000. The total number of closings was 1,499. So this is the vast majority of homes are selling in this price range. 99.7% of sales to list price ratio, and 738 of these 1,499 homes, almost 50% of these homes are selling at 100% or higher. So that's an interesting number. I think this is really good for those that are looking to buy right now. When you're looking at certain price ranges, what are we seeing here? And we're seeing here in this 3 to 499 range, in this 5 to 750 range, that homes are coming close for the most part of selling near or at 100%. So you can see that here. And so if you're going into this, you're looking at a home, if it's, if it looks like it's a good price, a lot of competition for it, just go ahead and expect it's going to sell at or higher than the list price of the home. We can see here for those homes that do sell at or above their list price, you're getting in this 300 to 499 range, you're getting 100.5% of your list price. In this 500 to 749,000 range, you're getting 100.9%. In this 750 to 999,000 range, so just under $1 million, you're getting 101.7%. Look at this, in your 1 million to 1.499 million range, if it is one of those homes that's priced right, you're looking at 102.3% of the sales to list price ratio. These numbers here can just be helpful if you do come across a home and you're like, man, this looks like a really good deal, really good price. It looks like there's a lot of competition. You find out maybe there's multiple offers on it. This can give you an idea of maybe how high those offers are going. So they're not going crazy high over the list price, but we can see this can at least give you a baseline of maybe how much you should offer on that home. So in this case, if let's say it's a $500,000 home, you're like, man, this looks to be a great deal on this home. There looks to be competition. Median is selling at 100.9% of that sales to list price. I'm sorry, 0.9% there. So you're going about 1% over. It's about $5,000. So maybe your ask should be, your sales price if you're making offers should be $505,000. So again, it just gives you a nice baseline to start at here. But competition, if the home is priced right, we still see that there's a good bit of competition out here. People just aren't going too crazy over like we saw in the pandemic. But looking at month supply based on the price range here in Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area, and we can see pretty much all the way down until you get to over $2 million, we're in a seller's market. In that range where the homes are selling fast, from that 250 all the way up to that $1 million, well, let's go down to that $800,000 range or below 2 months of inventory. You're at 1.8 for the most part, 1.7 here at 250 to 300,000. This is where most people are trying to purchase a home at. So inventory is still lower here. Once you jump up to the 800,000 to up to $1 million, you're talking about 2.2 months of inventory. From that $1 million up to $2 million, you're at 2.5 and 3.3 months of inventory. You finally find a balanced market from 2 million to 3 million, and you finally find a buyer's market if you can go over $3 million. So if you're over $3 million, you have a little bit more inventory here, so you definitely can negotiate a bit more in that range. This is just, again, good for it. Find out where your price range is in this chart to figure out, hey, how much inventory are we looking at? For the most part, all around, it's pretty low out there. If you just want my thoughts on where I think we are going for the rest of this year, I think rates are going to be kind of where they're at until the Fed starts finally saying we're not raising interest rates anymore, or it'd be awesome if they cut it. You're going to pretty much see this low inventory, lower amount of buyers. However, here's one thing to be on the lookout for. Once rates start to drop, so if you're a buyer out there right now and you're saying, hey, I just need the rates to drop before I come and purchase a home. Once rates start to drop, I think we have a lot of buyers that are just waiting out there, that are just waiting. So I think once the rates drop, I think we're having an explosion of buyers, possibly sellers as well. I don't think that explosion will last super long just because of how expensive homes are right now. Prices just jump so high. So I think we got to really watch out for the danger that might come maybe sometime beginning of next year to mid next year if we do have rates drop, unless there's a major economic drop. I really think we have a lot of buyers out there, which will see a second boom in the prices of these homes, which could be a bad thing because I don't think we can maintain the prices as of right now. Holding steady in the prices, I think is okay. But with a second boom in prices and see these shoot up again, that could be bad news later down the line when it comes to housing prices. So something to watch out for. If you are a buyer right now, you just might want to talk with lenders and consider your options right now, because I think waiting could cause you to actually pay more in the end just because of the prices of homes that can all of a sudden accelerate. Be patient with your purchase. I know there's not a lot of homes out there for you right now. So be patient with it, be on the lookout for it. If you have a neighborhood you're really looking to get into, talk to your agent. If you're calling me, you're like, hey, I want to be in this neighborhood. I'll start sending letters out, start to put feelers out for that neighborhood to see if we can find someone looking to sell, possibly off market, to get you a better deal. But if rates are scaring you, if they drop down some, we're going to have an explosion of people that I think hit the market. I think if rates come below 6.5-ish, I think that's going to be our breaking point. I think we're going to see a lot of buyers come on the market. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, Drop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what's happening here in the market, what you're looking to do, and if you're looking to make that home purchase or maybe sell a home right now, a month from now, a year from now, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you here in the Atlanta or in the metro Atlanta area. And if you're looking to move out of Atlanta and you're just saying, hey, I'm moving to another state and you need some help finding an agent there, I can help you there as well, as I have a network of agents all around the US looking to help you make that smooth transition. If you're looking to learn more about Atlanta and the metro Atlanta area, specifically certain areas and neighborhoods, you may take a look at these videos right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.